Welcome to the Destined Trader channel. Just a interesting little tidbit. I am starting a little challenge here. These always seem to be fun for people to watch for entertainment. And it is going to be an interesting test on how the market's behaving to my style lately. This is going to be it could either go pretty quick or it could take a couple weeks, a few weeks, but you never know how long things are going to take to play out. Or it could go completely wrong. But that is the nature of this business. So long as you just keep yourself in a light position, there's no emotions. You just focus on what you see. And you work the market as it is presenting itself to you. We talk about this all the time, So, as of now, we have uploaded $50 into this account, okay? Let's change this up a little bit here. Well, technically, you could say 48, okay? So, right now, we have $48 exactly in this account, okay? On this position, our first trade on this challenge is on GBP USD. We have a pattern here, a rising channel pattern. See how price is just rising, but it stays within this kind of range here, okay? Up, pull back, okay? It just keeps wiggling up, okay? Now, why are we entering here? Okay. First thing we saw, you see how it kind of faked out down? It dropped down here and went back up, and you have more price to look at to determine. You have more history to look at to determine what it's trying to do, what kind of trap it's trying to set up. Okay, so we come up here, and why did we enter up here? Yesterday, okay, we saw it had gone up, it broke out, pulled back in, started to go back up again, and then wham, come right back to the bottom of this channel, okay, and that really formed the channel. And then it kind of started making this little bear flag here, what they like to call them, okay, which I have outlined there. And then price broke that candle, made a low there, and it come back up, and it was kind of playing with the bottom of our channel here. Now, we entered on this candle here. That's where we entered, right about there, okay? Why did we enter there? Because it had broken our channel. It had broken our rising channel here. So we had entered on this candle. We can actually make a better little circle there. So in reality, we had entered right about down here, okay? And as you can see, we entered and price went up a little bit. Oh no, were we wrong? Well, we didn't care because we didn't put our stop right above this candle. That's not far enough. That's not going to give our trading plan enough idea. We have our stop up here above this high. So price on the hourly time frame is going to have to break this high here and that high in order to stop us out. So we've given ourselves plenty of room here on this particular trade. And now what has happened in the past about 12 hours or so? Okay. We have played around, dropped down, pulled up, and now we're playing around again. And we're kind of going sideways. Okay. Past few hours, nothing's been happening. Okay. Now, Asia's going to be opening soon. So, we'll wait and see. Now, you can clearly see this is where we entered. We have here, this is our position. Our stop is up here. Our take profit's here. This area right here, that's our entry, okay? That's where we entered. So now, why is our take profit right here? Because when I go down and I look for a feasible take profit point, I'm looking for a supply area, okay? Now there's a few on here, okay? But the reason this one stands out to me is because when I zoom in, look right here. You have a red candle, okay? Well, right here you have a jump up, pin bar, pin bar, pin bar, pin bar. You have 4 pin bars in a row. Indecision, indecision, indecision. A red hammer candle, and then what? Green, green, green. That is a quick move up right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Quick 4 hours, and it just boomed up. Okay? So it left this area, it left these traders it just left them. Okay? So there could be some interest there because there was a lot of action happening right there. Okay? But it's more of an experience thing, I'll be honest. Okay? Because when I see these candles right here, they're not even touching each other. I mean, it's just right on top of each other. You see this green candle? And you see how the next green candle, it formed at the top of that green candle. There's nothing beside this green candle. It just started right on top. Same with this one. It just started right on top. It didn't come down and, kind of play with that area. It just started on top and continued. Same here. Started on top, continued. And then over here, it kind of played with this previous candle's area. and then it moved up. So you have 1, 2, 3 whole green candles here that have no price action beside it. None. When I see that, that is it. Call it what you will. I'm sure there's technical terms for it. For me, I just say, okay, that candle has imbalance. Okay. So this is a key point of interest for me. And I consider demand areas where you have a slight consolidation and then price quickly moves away from it. Price has yet to come back and test this area. So hence why we have our take profit there. Now why don't I have it over here? I mean, that's slight. But it was only one candle, and then the very next candle it got played with. Same over here. Well, why is this not a demand area? Well, to me, all this action has been touched already. That candle recovered half of that candle. So, you could say, right here, this area, could be another point of interest. As this one too. Because there's no action that happened there before it jumped off. Just like with that candle. It was just hammer, and the next candle immediately started right on top of it. Every other candle I'm looking at has a little bit of price touching it beside it. Even this big giant one. As weird as that looks, look to the right. See over here? It's already played with the price of that candle. So that's done. And what interests me is looking up here. All these candles have had price playing with it. Even this big red one here, it got recovered halfway. Everything's been getting touched lately. So as of right now, I'm not seeing a clear area that it hasn't been touched yet. Now, in general speaking terms, you could consider this whole area here to be an order block, because there's a lot of price action that happened up in here. Okay. But that's for future reference. So that's why we kind of have our take profit right here, just on the interest of how these candles are a slight imbalance to them. Okay. And it is trading. You don't know what's going to happen. Price could just pause right here and just rip up. Are we going to be upset? No. Because we expect that to happen. We are just playing on the probabilities that price, being that it has slightly fallen out of this pattern, that it's going to pull down to do a retest of some sort. Well, where would it retest at? That is where you put your experience and your style into your trading. This is just my crazy way of looking at things. So simply put, the trade is a 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio. What does that mean? In this trade right now, we have $20 put onto the trade. We only have $48 in the account. This is a challenge account, okay? Right now we have $20 in this trade. If we lose, well, what happens if you got stepped out? How much do you lose? If we get stopped out, we lose $16. More like 17, I would say. $20 position. Okay? If we lose 17. So we lose most of our 20 that we put in. If price comes down here and touches our take profit, what do we get? Because everybody wants to know what you win, but nobody wants to know what you're going to lose. We already know what we're going to lose. We know the moment that we put this $48 in the account, it was gone. So we don't care about the losses. It's not to say that we're crazy. We just accept that we've lost. So we don't worry about the money. You just worry about your setup, your plan, and your execution. And executing your trade the way your style is meant to be traded. Okay? Everybody has their own little twerks in the market. It's so unique. So if price comes to our take profit, what do we stand to gain? 53 for the win. Okay? Give or take $1. So we'll put that in here. And we'll put this right beside here because that's exactly the price where we entered. Okay? And then now what do? We just wait. We've done our analysis. We've come up with a game plan. We have a proper stop, not above the most previous high, but the one behind it. I would go for even a third one if it had a third one, to be honest with you. I'll go deeper than that. When you trade light, you're not too concerned about having that real tight stop, you know. And now we patiently wait and let the market show us what it wants to do. It doesn't matter what the market does. It doesn't matter if it drops and we win. It doesn't matter if it rips up and we lose. It just gives us more of an idea of what it was truly planning. Okay? But that doesn't mean that you're always just going to sit and watch the market. When you see your setup, you take it. Okay? So, this will be an interesting little challenge account. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a lot of fun. And, you know, we might take it, being that it's 48. We'll have a goal of, let's see here. being that it's 48, we'll have a goal of 480. Seem crazy? Seem greedy? No. If it happens, is it going to happen overnight? Absolutely not. It's going to take a long time and a lot of work. And most likely the 48 will be gone before we ever get to the 480. But setting goals is something I like to do. So, this is our first trade. And we are going to have a lot of fun with this challenge. This is going to be a lot of fun. Nothing I say or do is financial advice. Straight up. This is just my crazy way of how I view the market. Okay? It's just to kind of, if you find it ridiculous, great. I'm glad to have been of entertainment to you. But perhaps you might have seen something that would have been, oh, yeah, I never looked at it like that. And it would just be another one of those, aha moments in your journey into looking how some other people look at the market. Because there's thousands of traders out there all doing different things. And when you kind of see how people are going into the market, you kind of get an idea of, why is price behaving like that? Because it's trying to trick these people or punish these people. Okay? I love everybody. And this is our first episode on this. I'll make a separate playlist for these videos only. And we will come back to this, whether A, when it stops out, we'll make a follow-up video, or B, when it comes here. And I will see everybody on that one. Peace.